Hello everyone, I'm Anuj Jaggi and I'm a legal intern with Lexis and Company. And the topic for today's video presentation is the three new labor codes which have been covering 50 crore workers from organized, unorganized and self-employed sectors. So the three new labor codes which are and who have replaced and the several codes and acts under them are, for example, under the category 1, the existing legislations were, for example, the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act or the Industrial Disputes Act, and the third one was the Trade Unions Act. And all these three legislations are now replaced by the new legislation, which is the Industrial Relations Code of 2020. The second category of legislations are many of them fall under this category, like the Factories Act or the Mines Act or the Building and Other Workers Act, the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act, the Motor Transport Workers Act, etc. And all of these acts or legislations have been replaced by the new Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code of 2020. And the last category, which is the category 3, includes all those existing legislations which are the Payment of Gratuity Act or the Maternity Benefit Act, the Building and Other Construction Workers Cess Act, and the Sign Workers Welfare Act or the Unorganized Workers Social Security Act, etc. All these legislations have been replaced by the new legislation, which is the Social Security Code of 2020. So the Industrial Relations Code of 2020 and the key changes under this are the definition of worker will be based on the basis of wages being drawn by him and the worker or the employees with salary up to rupees 18,000 will fall under the category of worker. Fixed term employment now employer can keep the fixed term employment for specific duration and retrenchment compensation not to be paid. These fixed term employees will be entitled for the same amount of salary or social security as regular employees. The employee of an industry can raise dispute with the employer within the time limit of only 2 years instead of 3 years. Trade union have to give the notice of at least 14 days before going on strike. Establishment with less than 300 workmen can lay off retrenched, closed without government approval. Earlier, this limit was 100 employees. The next is the number of members in the grievance redressal committee has been increased from 6 to 10 members, and also the appropriate government shall set up and reskilling fund, and the fund shall consist of the contribution by an employer equal to 15 days wages last drawn by the worker immediately before the retrenchment. And next one is the fixed term employment has been incorporated, which is major change introduced in the code are the code provides that the fixed term employee will get all the statutory benefits like the ESI, EPF, bonus, wages, etc. at par with regular employees who are doing work of the same or similar nature. The termination of the service of a worker as a result of the completion of tenure of fixed term employment would not be a retrenchment. The employee would be eligible for gratuity if he renders service under the contract for a period of 1 year. The definition of industry has been modified and provides that any systematic activity carried on by cooperation between employers and his workers, whether such workers are employed by such employer directly or through any kind of agency, including a contractor. Definition of industrial dispute has been modified to include the dispute arising out of discharge, dismissal, retrenchment or termination of such worker. Further, the metro railway has been included in the definition of railways as well. maximum number of members in the grievance redressal committee has been increased from 6 to 10 in an industrial establishment employing 20 or more workers. Further, negotiating union or negotiating council has been inserted in the definition. The trade union dispute has also been added, which provides the dispute relating to trade union arising between two or more trade unions or between the members of a trade union inter se. A new feature, which is a new feature of recognition of negotiation union, has also been introduced, and the code provides for a negotiation union in an industrial establishment having registered trade unions for negotiating with the employer and employer only. So this was the various key changes, and I'll talk about the remaining two new legislations in the second part of the video. Thank you.